Hello, boys and girls. This is your teacher, Mr. Lucero, and we're going to start a new video, a new class for you. But before starting our classes, we're going to make a little review about this unit. For example, we start with our title, Healthy Planet, and this beautiful picture. Okay? Now let's continue. In the second page, no, on second page, we saw vocabulary. No, for example, here I have four pictures, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and here we had the vocabulary number 1, environmental issues. No, in this part you have to connect the first column with the second ones. No, for example, coastal erosion, greenhouse gases, oil spills, waste disposal, noise pollution, overfishing, climate change, acid rain, and toxic waste. This was our vocabulary number 1. Let's continue with reading activity number 1, carbon offsetting. And we did some activities about the reading. Then we saw grammar number 1, future progressive. Okay, in this future progressive we identify the topic, affirmative, negative, and questions. No? We continue here with the listening activity, making a difference. Then we work on speaking task and mystery. No? It was a reading activity, and then you need to practice this and tell to the class. After that we saw New Cloud City, a sustainable city. This was culture activity, no? In this case we also had to answer some questions about the reading. Then we saw vocabulary number 2, nature idioms, in which you can learn about some idiomatical expressions related with nature, like for example, a ray of sunshine, down to earth, neck of the woods, a drop in the ocean, in the water, the tip of the iceberg, and under the weather. Remember, those were idiomatical expressions that are useful and are for some people. Okay. Then we continue with grammar number 2, the future perfect. Now in this case you had to identify this tense, the rules, about affirmative, negative, and question, and when to use. For today, we're going to work page 52, okay? And the topic is clear science. In this part, we're going to talk about, we continue with our planet, no? Remember the topic was at the beginning a healthy planet, no? And the idea is like thinking green, no? Thinking green. The planet life cycle. Here, for example, I have some pictures, no? There are 3 pictures, and we have to complete this part, this one also, and this last one. First, we're going to read the article. Okay, we're going to read the article, complete this activity, and then some other sentences. So let's see. Pay attention to the audio.
Unit 3, Track 36, Activity 1.
The plant life cycle.
Like other living things, plants grow and reproduce, allowing them to spread and survive year after year. The largest group of plants is what is known as flowering plants. This group of plants includes not just flowers, but trees, grasses, and other plant types too. Although they may be very different in appearance, all flowering plants go through the same plant life cycle. Starting as a seed, plants are very small with an outer layer of protection. After being spread around by different methods, wind, animals, etc., seeds start their life in the soil. Here, plants sprout tiny little leaves. At this stage, we call them seedlings. Next, the seedling continues to grow to full adulthood and becomes a mature plant. Mature plants are able to make flowers and pollen, a type of powder. When this pollen reaches the female part of a flower, it fertilizes the cells inside. This process then creates new seeds, or fruits containing seeds, and we arrive back at the start of the cycle.
Well, class, as you can see, we're talking about plants. The topic is science. Okay, maybe your science teacher could be very interesting with this reading. No, the idea is the process. No, we start here, we continue here, and we finish here. But how can you call this process? Yes. No, at the beginning, starting as a seed. No, this is the seed, or seeds in plural. No, you plant seeds. Okay, seeds. Now let's continue. This second part, no, I suppose I water the seeds, plant the seed, water the seed, and start growing. Appear the first leaves, no, leaves. So how do you call this process, this second process? Exactly. At this stage, we call them seedlings. This process is called seedlings. Perfect. Let's continue with the last part. When you can see flowers, or in some cases fruits. Mature plants. Okay, mature plants. Seeds here. No, number one is seeds. Number two is, can you remember number two? Seedlings. And the last one, mature plants. Listen, if you have problem with audio, you can play the audio, you can repeat the audio once again so that you can understand the idea very well. Okay, so let's continue. Read and listening. So read and listen. Write the words in the box under the correct picture. Seedling, mature plant, and seed is what we saw, no? Seed, seedlings, and mature plants. Excellent. So, mister, what is this? Is the process, no? We start with seeds, we continue with seedlings, and we finally see mature plants. Now, let's continue with number two. Read and listen again and complete the sentences about plants' life cycle. Use your dictionary to check the meaning of any word you don't know. Let's see. For example, plants, by going through the plant life cycle. No? Plants, what word can we use here? Repeat. Plants, by going through the plant's life cycle. The answer is here. Reproduce. Okay? Reproduce. Plants reproduce by going through the plant's life cycle. Okay? Letter B. The most common type of plant is known as plants. Excellent. Flowering plants. Okay? The most common type of plant is known as flowering plants. C. Before seeds become seedlings, they must first enter the, I repeat, before seeds become seedlings, no, also before starting here, no, seeds needs to put on excellent soil, okay, soil. When a leaf is beginning to grow on a plant, we say that it is sprouting. Sprouting. Remember, the answers are here. The answers are here. You need to read carefully. Next, once a seed has grown to its full size, it becomes a, remember the vocabulary here? Mature plant, no? Mature plant. The powder which fertilizes the flower is called, it's like in Spanish, excellent, pollen. Okay, pollen. Repeat. Number one, or letter A, plants reproduce, okay, by going through the plant's life cycle. Letter B, the most common type of plant is known as flowering plants. C, before seeds become seedlings, they must first enter the soil. D, when a leaf is beginning to grow in a plant, we say that it is sprouting. Once a seedling has grown to its full size, it becomes a mature plant. The powder which fertilizes the flower is called pollen. Excellent class. Very good job. Now let's continue with number 3. If you were going to start gardening, so listen, this is a personal answer, okay? If you were going to start gardening, what plants would you grow and why? For example, in my case, if I plant a garden, I would like to plant first grass, no, like a floor, like a rock, no, grass. Then I can choose some kind of roses, no, roses. What else? Let me see. Maybe some plants like, I don't know, apples, orange, no, in a garden, no. It's possible because here in my house, here in Mala, I have a big garden and I have many different things. For example, I have grass, I have, okay, I'm going to tell you in Spanish, you can understand. I have bananas, I have apples, I have roses, I have someone called geranios, I have pacay, I have avocado or paltas, I have a membrillo, I have a, what else? Nispero, yes. I have a, let me think. That beautiful one that is called Yerba Luisa. No, it's very delicious. And I have many. So my dad, when he was alive, my dad planted those ones so that for our future, no? And now it's good for us in my house. Now, what about you? No? If you plan to start gardening, what plants would you grow and why? No? Okay, class, this is the first part of the video. No, the first part of the video. This was page 52. I told you before, so try to watch this video and get ready for the class. Okay? Thank you so much. See you in the second video.